Now the term sadhana. I have been watching everything, and the first term that even we are doing in our life is sadhana. Nowadays people are using sadhana very vaguely. Now what is sadhana and what happened in sadhana? I will talk from two points of view. First is the normal where you can understand what sadhana is. When you start doing your sadhana, you know what is going to happen? Your physical and mental state will start changing at a very gross level. So, from today when I start doing my sadhana, whatever sadhana you're doing, your physical and mental will start changing. Then after a while, after 7 to 8 months, mental and spiritual state will start changing. This is how sadhana works. At a very normal level of understanding. Now if you ask a sadhak what sadhana is, one line, you will tap into higher states of consciousness. Second, you will never react, you will only respond. Third, no matter any situation is there, you will always be a master and you will participate in everything. So this is for beginner who are completely new. What will sadhana do to you? It will first work on your physical body. Then it will work on your mental body, and then it will work on your spiritual body. But now who's doing sadhana for a long time, what is happening? They are not worried about anything. They know that there is a higher force that is taking care of everything. And they also know that no matter what happens, even if someone is dying, even if there is no money, even if there is no food, there is something which is looking after everything. Are you understanding? This is how you will start growing in your sadhana. Now, this is something very interesting, and Tantra starts when we talk about sadhana like this. There are 3 kinds of people. And there are 3 kinds of behavior. This is everyone in the room that we are going through. First are very intellectual people. Anyone into Vedanta, who loves reading, who loves decoding, who wants to know how I came into existence, who wants to know what will happen after death, who is always curious. Oh, if this is Kali talking, I want to see Kali first, then only I'll do Kali sadhana. They are called Divya. These sadhaks are called Divya, very inquisitive. They always want to know. I'm talking about tantric point of view, but it comes in day to day. Another misconception about Tantra. Tantra is not just having sex. Tantra is not just having alcohol. Tantra is this what we are talking. Tantra means extension of consciousness. Second is Veera. Anyone hyper can't sit in one place at one time, always moving around. Always. Like if I tell you close your eyes, after 2 seconds, cut. What this happens. They are Rajasic in nature, they are always moving. And last but not the anyone very lazy. अरे मैं क्यों आया यहाँ आज? क्या बात कर रहा है? Just I'll go to Toshin, have nice food after this. That is only happening in their head. Very, very lazy, very, very lethargic. That is your Swabhava. You may take Tantra, you may take Vedanta, you may take Bhagavad Gita. These 3 are the main kind of people. Why am I talking? Because for a beginner, if you don't have a guru, you should know what is your category. Are you understanding? If you are highly sattvic, you want to decode, you want to see God, talk to God, Vedanta is the path for you. Then that time Surya Namaskar, pranayama will work, but your heart will always ask for intellectual questions. Oh, if Bhairav is there, I want to meet Bhairav. Oh, the Ashtabhairav, how do they look? You won't flow into emotions. If you're a Veera Bhava, you're highly emotional. Any emotional, anyone doing sadhana, just cry. Just gets goosebumps, get dreams. That is your Swabhava, you're coming to the Veera category. And there are few people किसको कुछ करना ही नहीं है. Very, very God है, oh God is there, I am God. That is their bhav. So depending upon your Swabhava, your Guru will give you a mantra. Are you understanding? Depending upon your Swabhava, your Guru will give you a technique. What is sadhana? Sadhana is a tool to take you to the highest. How definition will keep on changing at the end of the session. First we started with physical, mental, spiritual. Then we started about how for a sadhak it is and how for you it should be. If you are in tamas, sadhana will get you in sattva. If you are in rajas, sadhana will get you in sattva. If you are in sattva, sadhana will take you into samadhi. Are we clear? Basic definition, understanding of sadhana. I will throw light when you all will do sadhana for good 2 years. What is going to happen? First thing, as you all mentioned, 6 months of sadhana, very intense, without even failing for one day and having proper devotion and love. 3 things are going to happen to you. outside world, your friend circle is going to change completely. You are going to have a very carefree attitude, and all of a sudden, in the beginning of sadhana, there will be a lot of anger, lot of anxiety, lot of fear, but after 6 months, there will be certain kind of awareness that will happen. Depending upon what deity are you worshipping and depending on what mantra you're doing. I'll talk about that also. When you're doing 2 years of sadhana or some higher states of sadhana, and this is what happens. I'm talking about 2 years and 6 months. When you start your sadhana in the beginning, after a while, there'll be a full stop. Stagnancy. There'll be no growth. You will get frustrated. Your mantra is not working. Nothing is happening because this is what everyone goes through. That is the time the Guru comes into play. And that is the time you need something else to evolve on the path. If you have a Guru, that 2 years of journey will become 1 year. I'm mixing all the topics because those who are actually doing sadhana will start resonating with the points. Those who are completely new for sadhana, what should be done and what is the solution and what is the way ahead? I would personally recommend, I'll talk about deities first, I'll clear that doubt, then I'll talk about what sadhana you should do, and if you're completely new. If you are worshipping any deity, I'll talk about Bhairav Baba, I'll talk about Shiv, I'll talk about Hanumanji, and you're completely new, but there is some attachment. Has anyone experienced all of a sudden there is some liking coming to a deity? It has already started. And all of a sudden, you go to that temple, doors are opening, Instagram stories are coming, someone is traveling, and you're feeling collected, and you don't know any mantra, you don't know what to do. I would personally recommend, if you're worshipping that deity, get that deity, put a diya, and just pray to the deity. They are listening. The connection has come. Or if you know any basic mantra, for example, for Shiv, the basic mantra is Namah Shivaya. It is not Om Namah Shivaya. It is Namah Shivaya. If you're chanting Bhairav Baba, Om Bhairavaya Namah. If you're chanting Batuk Bhairav, it changes. If you're chanting about Hanuman, chant the Hanuman Chalisa every day. If you're doing Kali, I would not recommend any mantra for Kali unless you have something. Otherwise, she's a very Ugra Devta. Very, very. And something wrong goes, then one more thing about deities also. In higher states of consciousness, the deity that you're worshipping has a direct impact on your psychological, on your physical, and all states of mind. So, I would recommend, don't come under the influence of Instagram, don't come under the influence of anything that you don't know. You yourself worship, yourself practice, give your time 6 months, you will automatically come to know. Again coming, don't worship multiple deities at the same time. This is another problem that I've been seeing people messaging us or understanding. You worship 10,000 deities in a day, it is okay. But one is your Ishta Devta. Be very clear with that. For me, it is Kali and Shiv. But I worship Hanumanji also. I worship Bhairav Baba also. I worship Krishna Bhagwan also. Everything is okay. But one is your Ishta.